The truth about the 9 circles of the Inferno, the great alien lie where they're saying it's to do with the 9 planetary systems around the firmament. Treachery, Satan is imprisoned in ice from the waist down in every of the circle, displayed as a trophy of treachery because of all of his years. Fraud, where you sign fake contracts, blood contracts, and you're being conned away from God so you can learn the sunline. Limbo, people who haven't been christened, the pagan heathens. They tell you not to pray as the pagan heathens. God says pray once a day like it's your daily bread. Is Satan trapped in a pillar of ice from the waist down in the spiritual realms of sleep, which is the coldest place, trapped from the waist down. So there he is when you go asleep, when you're getting taken down to these 9 circles of the portals to do with the fallen angels, the fallen aliens, these skinwalkers, trolls. They chose to look like this, but they don't look like this when they were with God. Here's Leviathan trapped in a pillar of ice again. Trapped in a pillar of ice. It's a bit like watching Voldemort meet his Eugenie from Harry Potter. Now, if you just give me a chance to pause this video, it looks like the shape of a cat. There's the head. There's the left. There's the right. There's the right shoulder of the line of Judah. It does look like the shape of a cat playing with a ball or something like that. Like he's playing with the tip of the tail or something like that around ice. There's the tail. There's the leg. So the serpent's right around America, South America. Everyone's getting ready for the takedown of whatever's kicking off with Jeffrey Epstein and that. But the real kickoff is Christ warned us about birth pains. Why do you reckon they're all sending nukes? They're sending nukes to basically cause climate change. They're trying to defrost the ice to make it look like... They're going to try and release or try and start the biblical prophecy of the 7-year tribulation. People are already taking the mark. People are already going off and taking vaccines. This is the play ball of what's been written around, like China going off and making war and all that, which I'll pause the video again. They are getting ready. Russia will equip and train Chinese air battle and leak documents reviewed. How Russia's helping China prepare to seize Taiwan. Russia's helping to train China's prepared troops. Leaked viral videos. China launches campaign to keep killjoys off the internet. China launches sweeping probe into Mexico tariffs as trade war widens. So yeah, there is quite a lot getting ready for the birth pains. These are the birth pains. Now if I get the Book of Our Lady up. The Book of Our Lady, the 2 French children prophecy, which I have already said online already, but people haven't took the heed nor the wardens for it. Give me a moment to pause. The evil, with the very great number of demons, will be unchained from hell. By decrees they shall abolish the faith, even among persons consecrated to God. So they're going to try and abolish the Catholic faith, the Christian faith. They shall blind them in such a manner that without very special graces, you can only get special grace if you say the rosaries of what have been posted online. These persons shall imbibe the spirit of those wicked angels, which shall be the spirit of Jezebel, where they force you to drink the cup of wrath, forcing you to sleep with them and influence you with black magic. The fallen angels are also the trolls. Trolls do magician magic to do with the vineyard. You've watched it in films. This is very real. I've already showed you Abraxias, the fallen angel, who looks like a troll online. You can get all the information on Google Images and whatever else. Many religious houses will entirely lose the faith and shall be the cause of the loss of many persons. The superiors of religious communities shall be alert regarding the ones they take into communities, for the devil will use all malice to bring persons into orders who are addicted to sin. So you'd have the first beast, which is the devil, and then you'd have the second beast, which is Lucifer. So you'd have the one-eyed man as king in Hollywood. Some will make the dead arise and appear as holy persons, that the souls of the damned shall also be summoned, and shall appear as united to their bodies. Such persons, resurrected through the agency of demons, shall assume the figure of holy persons who are known to have been upon earth, and more easily to deceive them. What that means by that is they're going to deceive the people into believing a great lie and to take the mark of the beast. Right? These self-styled resuscitated persons shall be nothing but demons under their forms. In this way they shall preach a gospel contrary to that of Jesus Christ, denying the existence of heaven. In every place there shall be extraordinary prodigies, but the true faith has been extinguished, and a pale light shines in the world. My son's vicar shall have much to suffer, because the time for the church shall be exposed to very great persecutions. This shall be the time of darkness. The church shall have to pass through an awful crisis. France, Italy, Spain, England shall have civil war. This is the starting of the pain, the birth pains. It does mention about the abomination shall be seen in the year 1865, but because the part it says here, to do with Our Lady, it says 1846 and the people of the future generations. So you can look up your history on this. But some of this stuff, nobody knows whether it's part of the Great Altarian Mud Flood. Nobody knows, so I'm here to share it. If you can get more information than I can, by all means. It does say at the age of 12 years they shall have become remarkable valiant victories, which they shall achieve very soon. Each of them will be at the head of armies. This is the starting of birth pains, so each one that's causing war, these are pretty much to do with working with the evil one. It does tell you about Our Lady telling the 144,000 and the sake of the elect, she warned them, so I have posted this up. It does mention earthquakes. The seasons of the year will change. The earth will produce only bad fruits. What it is it mentions it mentions about people who are given fornication, idle, boastful and proud, lovers of themselves, disrespectful against the parents. That's what that represents, bad fruits. Bad fruits represents because no one's teaching their kids about the Holy Catholic faith and how to pray and how to be how to be just and virtuous. The moon will give only a weak reddish light. Water and fire in the tear of the earth will rage violently and cause terrible earthquakes, whereby mountains and cities will sink into the depths. Earthquakes will also devour whole countries. Together with the Antichrist, the demons will work great false miracles on earth and in the air. It says as well that you'll have power over nature to con the masses because the crimes and disorders of men. It does mention about earthquakes. It does mention about plagues. It does mention about men knocking heads against the walls. You cry on death, but death will elude them, and whatever it's written in the Bible. It does go into great detail about evildoers will be perishing. Evildoers will perish. Anyone who's not consecrated to God or willing to change the ways. Like, for instance, all these companies that are going off and causing us to smoke, do drugs. And the reason why it's gone the way it has is because the demons are using the companies, corporations, to turn you into a corporation to cooperate with their agenda. That's why you have a birth certificate. So this is all part of Satan's plan. You can get the 2 French children prophecy further down. So if you want to hear it for word, it does mention about the 10 kings of the Antichrist. So that's in the play ball. This is part of Kim Clement's prophecy, Esther Rising, but this is also part of Nostradamus' prophecies. Keir Starmer is part of what's written in Nostradamus' prophecies. There'll be enemies in and without the UK, which is the right shoulder of England. Now, if you give me a sec to change it around, it's not just the line of Judea. That's not just Dedan. There's Leviathan and Dedan. Dedan walks on all fours. So where's the 4th foot? It's either it's up or it's down. So, yeah, you can do all your research on this. This is also part of the film Transformers Last Night, Unicron, and you'll see what. Now, if I just draw it like that, and then I put like a real thing there. It says in the Bible, he crowns the year with your bounty. So up is down, like Jack Sparrow said. Up is down. So where the math's that way, the map, turn it around. It's a crown. That explains Unicron on the film Transformers, The Last Night. It's actually Unicron. He's trying to turn planet Earth into Krypton, which is going towards Donald Trump. Well, you can watch all the films there. The key codes are there. This is the Matrix wake-up call. So yeah, the first beast, and then the second beast, the one-eyed man. The spirit of Zayn is our god in heaven. To arm yourself, you'd have to pick up your cross and follow. Pearls are on your crucifix, which is your rosary.